Ghana boy.
No, 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 no. She run can, you pay myself. Thank Ghana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you done me, oh, oh. You tie me up, you treat me up, you tie me up, you tie me up, you treat me up, you tie me up. What you feel and when you're young? O time for way, o can't walk on, Nankamiko. What you feel and when you're young? O time for way, o can't walk on, Nankamiko. Mr. Ninguda, send me your button team. Would you tell me to down? Send me your button team. Oh, Miss was a, Mitch was a. Join me, she run along. But I'm fighting me, and you whoa. Tell me, don't come and meet your mouth. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Yeah. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Oh. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Yeah. She run can, you pay myself. Thank Ghana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you done me, oh. You tie me up, you treat me up, you tie me up, you tie me up, you treat me up, you tie me up. What do you feel and when you're young? O time for way, o can't walk. What you feel and when you're young? O time for when I can't walk on, Nankamiko. Mr. Ninguda, send me your button team. Would you tell me to down?
What's up, people? It's your boy Royal Black Jesus. And then Thursday, this is the first time I hear premiere our political show called Ghanafirst political show. And then you're one of the political gurus in Chicago. I mean, when we come to politics on Nimuyepa, I mean, he's an MPP guy who is very open. As an MPP near year or come like it never before. And you know, and then you back home, komo. Your friend no. Effah Ameyaw, aka Kakape. Ono na oye MPP, P.R.O for MPP Chicago, Deputy Director of Communication, MPP US State Branch. And then any veteran come out and know the state of the Ghana politics, and if MPP will defend their crown. Because right now we can tell and we can see there's a lot of things are going on now. It doesn't look. We'll get some explanation from him. At the same time, no, I'm hoping with this show, no, and I said our first show, no, will prompt the NDC people to come around so that we can rub shoulders together and see how we can build our country, Ghana, because Ghana is what counts first. I'll take a quick commercial break. When I come back, then I will introduce my guest. That is the one and only Kakape.
Are you looking for photography service for your upcoming event? Is it a wedding, an engagement, or a special event? Look no further. Jojo Texan Images is here. Hire him today for great quality pictures, a quality service provided on the day, and a great personality. Jojo Texan Images is on social media. Follow him Instagram and Facebook at Jojo Texan Images or call him 312-450-5235 and book your appointments today. Jojo Texan Images. Simply excellent. Book him now.
All right, we are back again. So we have Kakape on board. You can see this handsome man on the screen. Masa, then Akoso.
Yes, I was. I have any other man. I am the Gugumuha. What I say? I am ready
I
to
mean,
talk about the good works of the government.
that's right. This is the first time we are premiering the political show on Trend Africa TV. We have discussed this thing for a long time, and I think it's about time to push it through. Because we are in we are in the diaspora. No, sometimes in their air costu. So it takes media platforms like that to let Ghanaians know what is going on in Ghana. And you guys that are playing the political games or the whatever you guys call it, no, we need some explanations from you guys. So please, if you can introduce yourself to the listeners and the viewers, that would be great.
Yo, Black Jesus, as we call you.
Black Jesus in Obiaria, and as all the royal Black Jesus count.
Oh, Royal Black Jesus.
That's
Royal Black Jesus.
That's it.
I've always liked the name.
Yes.
The black that go with the Jesus. Because Professor Adina, yeah, no, we are to Christosum. Actually, yeah, yet making kind, it me tears any who say, and now done in trouble. What do you say? Enti ekwan ben so na ye be fa ye bet me hu no kora no. I like the fact that why no Royal Black Jesus, yes, not just Black Jesus but the royal one. Yeah, that's so am yakwenya say meka ye koso wo Ghana man me wo fie nti no eya na cast ni twam eya fa chem.
No problem.
Yeah. Enti me ye frame ye Ameyaw. Dodo na frame Kakape. Chicago number 1. Me bedru America de Chicago ano matna se me free ha me in India but me wa Chicago me Ghana ni about politically e wo Ghana me lean towards those with a vision, those with the competence, those with the experience. Anytime when they come into power, they give you what we call real development. Development uhunu on the ground, you can touch it. And then you book but you see it on the ground. What they are saying. So, and that is no other than the NPP, the New Patriotic Party. See, our name speaks for itself. What they are saying, we are new, we are patriotic, and we are a political party that brings development and economic growth and prosperity and poverty alleviation to the country called Ghana. And as we go along, you will see, sir, NPP has been very key and has been very significant. That had it not been that political party, we will not be talking about certain things that we talk about today. And yes, Yaba MPP who they will Ghana who they will, but especially, in fact, Senanado Dankwa ascended the throne of government. He has brought great pride. He has brought a sense of belonging that Ghanaians are proud that they are Ghanaians. And because it takes time to establish certain things, with time you will see, MPP for we are really in to make sure we take Ghana to the next level of development and pride politically as a country. That's your opinion.
Wow, that's a very distinct introduction for yourself and your political party. Let's go straight to. I mean, today it's just a rough edge that we are touching things, and on top of my head, no. Um, just yesterday,
Right.
students are breaking, properties and things like that. What caused that problem? And they are singing, or their route that they are doing is saying that they are not going to vote for MPP. What's your intake on that?
Yeah, so yeah, me that say. Okay, videos na bana. And Kwalano, they were almost starting almost exams. West Africa, senior secondary school certificate exams. You know. Paper no, almost say paper no egg. Most of them claim that um, what they were expecting was not what was on the paper. Until they went on to say, I think so far I've seen about 3 or 4 videos of people, some of them insulting the president and some of them making very disrespectful comments and statements about our young political leaders. Any kind of a very unfortunate, well, a uncalled for, an unexpected. As a student, dear, I think that your complaint should be, if you are within the science paper now will take here, and whatever paper now will take here. Subjects no that came no were not a subject that you were taught. You cannot expect a particular question. You cannot expect to say a particular topic within the whole subject no is what should have been in the exam. We take all the subjects. You've been trained or you've been taught on a whole lot of topics within a particular subject. So you prepare for all of it. What I say. Right. I will admit, say, yeah, difficult. So sometimes we tend, especially when we are not well prepared, to punch in certain areas and say, ahabeba, ahabeba. And that is a risk you take as a student. And you know, if you take that risk and it backfires, you don't blame your parents, you don't blame teachers, you don't blame authorities. You blame yourself. So what they are saying. And you know, what the student did was very disrespectful. I am waiting to see a punishment for them, because you are not just being trained to become an academic or to just pass through the school, but you are also being trained on your morality as a person, on how you behave with others. So that's a you have to know how to react to it. In this case, the way the students are behaving with some of them, I want to believe say a genuine. I want to believe say a natural cause of their frustration. But I will tell them say that is not the way to go. I don't want in any way believe say Obishi actually to score political point, because some of the statements that they were making were political. I was expecting them to have focused on the elections and on the exam and what they've been taught, and not to talk about vote and stuff like that. When you take it politically, I mean, that would be an unfair statement, because the president and the current government has demonstrated, say, the issue of students at heart. And he is not in any way going to do anything to derail what students are supposed to do. And that he's going to make sure, say, students will pass their exam, will do well, and become prosperous. After that, we'll be able to continue all the way up to the university and things like that. If you are not able to get to the university, go to other areas that are post-secondary. And this government, my government, has demonstrated enough commitment. Say, the youth of Ghana, we care, and the students, we care. That's why not only free SHS, but we made sure, say, they are able to eat. They have certain basic things that they're supposed to have, and be in school and become prosperous individuals. Because human resource base of any country, it is good for the development of that country. And Yeah, the students should desist from such acts. The paper way, yeah, you see that should become a stepping stone for you to up your game on the other subjects and make sure, say, you do well in all those other subjects. Don't delve into politics and don't be used by anybody. Be yourself and focus on your studies and become the technocrat, become the professional that we need in all fields of our endeavor, in all fields of our need as people, in areas of medicine, in areas of science, engineering, architecture, social sciences, social psychology, and all that kind of stuff, so that we can fully have all hands on deck and we develop as a country and go forward from that. Anything short of that is uncalled for, needs to be condemned, and we need to alert the authorities, to nip those things in the bud.
So, and with that, no, then on what? So, Effah said they don't understand the concept of what is going on. So, with the new generation that are coming and they are saying they are not going to vote for MPP, no, do you think, sir, it can affect you guys?
Oh, no, 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 not at all. That statement was made out of frustration. So first said, the first exams, no, important because it may affect the subsequent one. That statement of they are not going to vote for us, no, they are more politically motivated than coming out of people that are coming from exams. Um, if a child is making such a statement, it's more of obi akansha na no than no kanisa. That is my view. That is my thinking. I may be wrong. Sadia Mekaya, the current government, especially this Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government and Bawumia's government, the MPP government, has demonstrated time and again, and with all the resources, led by the Igbo Minister of Education and his deputy, they've demonstrated, say, the key component of education, which is infrastructure, which is to make sure some resources are provided for our secondary school for them to do best. They provided everything. That when it even became necessary, say, you really had free education, there was a need for double track. They put it. Now they have a plan in place to take double track out of the system, paying for the students' fees and stuff like that. So we've relieved a whole lot of burden on teachers, on headmasters, and on parents, that students and parents and headmasters and teachers are supposed to now coordinate on how I can better ourselves. What they are saying. The student is no longer thinking about, oh, you better pay me school fees, and now mini exams fees. What they are saying, and now books to study. And these are the basic stuff that you need as a student. Yeah, I know some of us when we were coming up, these were besides says I say we see idea you are always thinking of my school fees. Meden no medidi. Matadi a meche. What you say? If you problem with fee, you can't be na mefa so amebo fee. So when you put all these things together and you have a government that has taken a chunk of these things, yours is to focus on the books and books only and study and make sure so you pass and move on to the next step. Don't double yourself. I engage in a lot of youth groups and a lot of youth. I tell them, say, it is not their duty to double in certain things. Yours is focus on yourself. Leave corruption issues for civil society and government agents. Yours is to they said in the case of Sankola, we say make me school, and yet and you better win the next elections, because win or lose, are you going to go to your next stage in your education? Win or lose, are you passing your exams? Win or lose, are you going to fail in some of the subjects? So that should be your main focus. Elections are just a supplementary aspect of your academic work as a student. So I will advise them, say, they shouldn't be dabbling too much in politics. They should just focus on their career, on whatever they want to become, by making sure first they pass so that they can get into other aspects of furthering their education other than becoming political and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't help. And the people that are engaged in things that we all can classify as indiscipline, they need to be punished so that they can serve as deterrent to the other students that may involved in that. Because indiscipline and discipline are infectious. In fact, indiscipline is very infectious, especially in our secondary schools. Obi trio to vista, most likely Obi a one trio to vista than a person trio to vista. But we need to bring our youth, our kids in such a way that they will grow up or they will become adults very responsible and very respectful in anywhere that they find themselves.
For this is the first time premiere our political show, you know. Your BA lines, no, there's I mean you can call in, you can share your view. This is Kakape Ameyaw, or P.R.O for MPP Chicago, and at the same time Deputy Communication Director for MPP Branch USA. And to know more any question now, more to me, Abisano. Number here 773-312-0318. 773-312-0318. You can call regular or you can call WhatsApp. The number at Wobium. Now, if you want to chime in with this, to contribute about this political show now, you can call these numbers right quick so that we can dive in and talk more with this young man. Wait there, are your first time, you know, and to know we are just, you know, touching up some, you know, basics, BKK. But from next week go, you know, it will be more put together, and we will bring people on board, and we'll talk more about Ghana politics. Now, Kakape, let's talk about the Voltarian issue now. There's a lot of videos out there that people are actually MPP government. I mean the sitting president, no, the soldiers I call your borders now, no, blocky some of the Voltarians and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of videos. I didn't have time to play it. Next week, no. I think so. We'll bring it out and talk about. Tell us about this issue, because these are the same people that were there 4 years ago, and your party on the seat. Why now you are trying to block them to not to be part of the I mean, what is going on, the voting right, having their voting right?
Yeah, okay, that's it. So we're going to talk about our borders, right? And we're going to talk about the issues as they should be. So Ghana has had borders. Every country has borders, right? It is not even the case, he said. These people were stationed recently. The borders have always been there. You see, they have a couple of security agencies there. They have the police, they have the immigration, and they have the army. In fact, the army is in places that are more polarized. What they are saying, like some of the borders, no, there are conflicts over there. So you have more of the army over there. So that is it. Now, what is happening now, no, is that yɛwɔ hɔnom a na yɛtee sɛ yadeɛ bi aba virus bi aba a yɛfrɛ no COVID-19 So when it came, no, it affected every country. Some closed their borders, and I mean almost every country closed their borders. Now, when you come specifically to Ghana, when we close our borders, no, we realize that even though we had officially announced that the borders were closed, there were people that were coming in to the point where, at the point in time, most of these people that came into the country, they were tested, and in some cases, all the people that were arrested, were found to be COVID-19 patients. So the government had to take care of them. There was a case where it even became an international brawl between Ghana and some of the West African countries because they wanted to deport these citizens to their country. And then the country said, okay, so the Ghanaians that are also here, we are also taking care of them. So why would you want to deport people? So, we settled that if anybody comes in, we do that. Now, there were cases where in certain specific places, the first cases of COVID was externally, even though we had cases in Ghana. The first case was a foreigner that came into that place. What happened was that they called on the government to do something because we had approved routes and unapproved routes. And even when the unapproved routes were discovered and government took care of them, they continued to come up with more unapproved routes. Because believe you me, whether we like it or not, some people think that they are better off in Ghana, even if they are foreigners, than in their country. So they will always come and explore our health, our social and economic life. So that is what it is. So government stationed these agencies, these state agencies on our borders to make sure that people are not coming in because the borders are closed. You get my point? The border is closed and people were trying to get in through unapproved means. If you want to get to Ghana, whether you are a Ghanaian or foreigner, you must use the legal established means of coming in, which is to go through the embassy, talk to the government of Ghana, and let us see what arrangement we can make for you to get in. Anything short of that, government was not ready to listen because this is a new virus. It's a novel virus. It changes. People are making all sort of information. Today, UN is this, health workers are saying this, another person is saying that. So we didn't know how the virus was behaving. So what government set it's out to do, no say. A crime ban soon you be preventing the virus from coming in. That's number one. Number two, the ones that are in, how do we contain it? Number three, how do we take care of the 6 once they are identified? Now, how do we mobilize local resources to make sure say yankasano you bet me take care of in the midst of COVID-19? So all the allegations that are being made, it is not true. I am yet to read in the news that a Ghanaian called Effah, a Ghanaian called Kevin, a Ghanaian called Asunoba, a Ghanaian called Nana Kofi, a Ghanaian called Aban had been denied or had been disenfranchised from registering. There is a legal process that goes on, which is I am an agent. Ameyaw is an agent at a particular polling station called Chicago. And then there is somebody called Kevin Asamoah coming in to register. And then Ameyaw thinks that Kevin is not a Ghanaian. That does not mean Kevin is not a Ghanaian. I mean, what my analysis is nothing. The same way goes for Kevin. Kevin is an agent. Ameyaw is coming to register. Kevin thinks that Ameyaw is not a Ghanaian. That does not mean Ameyaw is not a Ghanaian. Now, that is just the first point of challenging. And this is a legal process. All the political parties are doing it. So you sign a form, and then the form goes through the process to establish. There is not a single case. I've not read anything that a non-Ghanaian has been denied his citizenship or a right to vote. So all these videos that are coming up now, I can say on authority said, police officers have been interdicted for aiding foreigners to come into the country, even though the country is on lockdown. That's a fact. Foreigners have been arrested, some prosecuted, some are in court for either getting a voter's register, a voter's registration card, or having registered for Ghana card, or attempting to register for a voter's register. Why must an activity for Ghanaians become a West African issue? That is our problem.
So, bro, how would you know who is a Ghanaian?
Exactly.
So,
Kevin.
yeah. So tell me,
Kevin,
blocking these people to be
Kevin,
not Ghanaians. No, how do you know who is a Ghanaian?
Exactly, Kevin. It's the same question of how you know who is a American citizen. I mean, I am not an American citizen, but I know the process to establish yourself as an American citizen.
Right.
Right. So, for instance, if I'm trying to vote as a Ameyaw, claiming to be an American citizen, right, and I get there, somehow when they're going through verification, there's something called verification. Right. You can't just present something and then we take it as your word. It is true. You get my point? So when you get to a place, there is something to establish you as a Ghanaian, right? Which is your passport.
Okay. But how many Ghanaians have passport?
Hold on. We're going to get there. Your Ghana card, right?
Right.
Your Ghana card to establish you as a now, there is also a situation where if you don't have a passport or if you don't have a Ghana card, right? Two people that have already registered because they have a passport or Ghana card, up to 10, they can guarantee for up to 10. So what it means is that, say Kevin and Effah are already registered, they can guarantee for 10 people.
So, really?
Yeah.
So let's say if I know somebody who is not a Ghanaian and lives in Ghana, I can guarantee for that person that.
Okay, so that is why you can be arrested, and some people have been arrested.
How would you know?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so you are supposed to guarantee for a Ghanaian. Let us be honest here, and let us, if we don't focus, we are going to delve into other things and talk.
The reason what I'm saying is I'm trying to figure it out. How do you know somebody from Togo? I mean, they are at the borderline. So Togolese from Aflao area and things like that, they cross borders, right? So how do you know who is Togolese and who is Ghanaian?
Kevin, it's the same question as asking that America shares borders with that's how we're going to understand. America shares borders with Mexico, right? Right? So you ask yourself, how are the people there identified as other Americans?
Because America have the structures that
exactly. Case closed. We are in a country where the people that are complaining, they've been in power more than any other political party, but they did not put these structures in place. Now in Ghana, we have the structures in place. We have already established one, which is a passport or a Ghana card. Right? These are the things that establish you, identifies you, the foreigners, those who are underage and stuff like that.
Right.
So Ghana is still in the process of identifying its citizens. Let us not kid ourselves. Right? So at the border, you are going to get somebody, right, that comes in. That person has everything that shows that the person is a Togolese or is a Cote d'Ivoire or is a Burkinabe. And when you begin to ask him questions, then you realize that he's not a Ghanaian, but somebody has gone there to coach him to come and get the card and vote for a certain political party. And those are the people that we have problems with. Not somebody that lives in Ghana, is a Ghanaian. We haven't had any case like that. Somebody may challenge you, but we've not had a case where a particular person we know is in Ghana has been denied. They've not brought any statistics in that, but we have statistics of people, Nigerians, Togolese, Burkinabe, and Cote d'Ivoire people that have admitted that they were coached, that they were promised money, and they were brought in. And those are the people we're flashing out.
So how do you know that is right? When the facts are there, why is that we are not getting some some arresting and things like that?
Well, I mean, maybe you are not listening to me. I'm saying some people have been taken to court and they've been taken to jail. Right? Some people succeeded in registering. Some Ghanaians vouched for some Nigerians to get onto the voters register. They were identified and they were put in jail. Yeah, there we have cases. We have some still pending in court. When you try to do something and you are challenged and it goes to court, you go and prove that you are a Ghanaian, and we'll take it up from there. But yes, there are cases of people that when they were caught, they were begging and they admitted that this, The law will take its course in terms of what they're supposed to do. But no Ghanaian has been denied the right to vote. It's only foreigners. That is a fact, and that is the point we want to make. How we identify foreigners is a matter of fact. It's not a matter of conception. Kakape cannot sit there and determine that Kevin is without proof or without going through the process for the court to really establish that Kevin is a foreigner or Kevin is a Ghanaian.
Okay, let's talk about this voters ID. I mean, it looks like every 4 years we have to reassign for another voters ID.
It's been like 10 years, not really 4 years.
I mean, okay,
10 years. Yeah.
But why are we switching? Because right now we have about 3 different voters ID.
No, we have only one.
Only one.
Yeah.
That's the current one that you guys are doing.
Yes.
The previous we have ID.
Once we do this one, it negates the previous
one. I think I have it. What is that? I don't know. I mean, what do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I want to tell you is that we don't have 3 valid voter ID cards. Once we do one, it negates. Now, for instance, in 1992, we had a voters ID that we used, right? We had voters ID that we used 2000.
Let me put this on. I mean, you can only call WhatsApp. WhatsApp calls are if you want to call in and you want to contribute, please just call WhatsApp. When you call regular, because I don't have you logged in my phone, I cannot accept your call. So WhatsApp will be the best way, so I'll know who is calling and things like that. So WhatsApp calls are accepted. Please, if you want to contribute, call WhatsApp. Yeah, I'll put the number down again, and then but your move for WhatsApp, because regular lines, no, someone money. America, bravo. Yeah, in fact, WhatsApp, the member nipa offer, into no, offer, no offer WhatsApp, and no one kakra. Yes, Kakape. Into no. Tell me, how do you? What are some of the things you have to do to get a voter's ID? Because I learned that you guys spend so much money to do this voters ID, and we have Ghana card. If you have Ghana card, why do you need voters ID? Okay. When you have Ghana card?
Okay, so if you have Ghana card, it's not a voter registration. Now, within the people that have Ghana card, we have the people that qualify to vote, right? So, I mean, we've had these questions. It is like saying, say, if you have here we have the ID card, we have the driver license card, we have the insurance cards, and we have all these things. If you do data stuff, right, then you know that you need data to identify certain class of people. Okay. You cannot say we should have one, and out of that, no. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, but no. Then it becomes more susceptible to other stuff. When you do data management, you will understand how these things work properly. I cannot bring all that on board because I did a little bit of IT and I know how these things work. So in every system,
it still doesn't add up, brother. I mean, doing new voters ID whilst you have Ghana card.
Yeah, but Kevin, before you answer the question, I have your ID cards. And there's how what
you use the same. No, you need voters ID card. America doesn't have voters ID.
Yeah, but you register to vote in America, right?
Yes, but the same.
The system does not. The system does not. No, the card in there is not. The card.
Why are we spending so much money to do a card?
No. The money we are spending.
Yeah.
Okay. A miseducation and a misconception to think say. All the money we are spending is to do a card. No.
Okay.
You got to get that. The card is just something that identifies you for this enclave. A system, a system, a database, a whole lot. The card in it is just the symbol of so present here. It puts you here. And yet, it is like saying, say, say Ghana for what Chicago. Say GNC for your card be my why are we spending money on the card? And your card, no. A card, no, the to say, or password, and I say, will sign in BB. But a system be a honor, but to get in, you need this to get in.
So I think the Ghana card cannot do that. If you already have Ghana card, no, entering yes, Juano, entering that and those who get Ghana card, no, I believe that they are Ghanaians.
Okay,
people get Ghana card and they are not Ghanaians. Is that what you're saying?
You can have a Ghana card, but you are not a Ghanaian. Yeah.
That is bad.
Okay, no. When you now necessary to educate, what I say now, I say if you take the Illinois, when you said there are some people that have ID, but they are not even legal. When you say people have, but they are not even.
I mean that. Listen, ID that are not you can. There's no way you have ID and you're not like that unless you are going to work with a fake one. And
you don't know. So let me tell you.
So social.
No. Let me tell you.
Hold on, maybe. So social. That's the social is permit you to have an idea. You can do ID.
Let me tell you this. So we need to understand all these things. Illinois allow illegal immigrants to get ID.
But on the ID, no, there are certain things you cannot do.
Exactly.
There'll be, and because there'll be some maybe ID for identification, but you cannot do anything with it. So if Ghana card, this is me Illinois license. That is original. I can do anything with it.
No, you can. And
oh, what are you talking about?
When you get to hospital, right? You get to the hospital. You need other forms of ID, like your insurance card too.
No. But we're talking about ID.
Okay. You are not listening.
Insurance.
You are not listening. The ID identify you as a resident in that Illinois.
Everywhere.
Or America.
Yeah.
It identifies you.
Yeah.
But over specific place, you may need an additional thing to identify you as belonging to that place.
Okay.
For instance, work or hospital.
Yeah.
What type of insurance you have and where is your insurance card or insurance number?
I know it's different. We're talking about.
Okay, so within Ghana, we have a whole lot of agencies and a whole lot of other and also identify. And you cannot say they should do it the way you think. I mean, I think the system sits down, they think and they know okay, so for voters, this is how.
The reason I'm saying this, the NDC thought you guys are trying some kululubi. That's what I'm trying to figure out how.
Okay, so
this process, 4 years ago, it was there. You guys didn't use it.
No, which one?
This very process, you have different ID,
Which process?
Ago?
Why didn't you? It was not there 4 years ago. No.
Why? Then I'm 1 year, 4 years ago, and you use the old.
Yeah, so one Ghana system, Nasia, you may jump into some things you will not understand.
Okay.
Now, as a country, we have never had an ID. We've never had it. This is the first time. This is how Cote d'Ivoire your ID and your driving license for Ghana. But I won't say it was a state ID, You need to how I know identify citizens and foreigners. No need time, man. Ghana, you need you. And the time in 2001, and no shares here going through the legal process. And at the end of we all have to go through the understanding. You put in the legal framework, things to back it. And to go first start here. What they say? In 2008, and you lose power, and NDC for buy. So from 2008 to 2016, nothing was done. It means to identify us. Say, ID, way, or your China, way, or your Ghana, way, your Ghana, and basic ID to identify you so you can go about your normal. We've never had it. We've had pockets of it. voter ID card, SNIT insurance, this, blah, blah, blah. We have it, here and there. But one collective a year identify
So I saying say with the voters ID, would a new idea. We say voters ID is just for voting,
Yes.
So good. So are you saying say your driver license that is signed as you being a driver in Ghana and that's visa, and your ID
I identify one set you see so one for what number for no one I want to say a voters ID identify only voters in Ghana. Ghana is made up of more people than voters. A driving license identify drivers. Ghana is made up of people more than drivers.
Okay.
Health insurance card, I identify more health insurance card. There are more people in Ghana who may not even have health insurance card. Okay. SNIT card, I identify people under SNIT. Teachers card, I identify people who are teachers. And that is what we've had in the country.
But
we have
I mean, that is why our structures are not right. I mean,
so we fix it. We will come and fix it.
Because send me vote na me Oman sending me card. Oman sending me voters whatever now card now, but it's later. They'll send you a letter. If I don't have that, I can still go to the poll and vote with my ID. I don't need to have all this,
Okay, so Kevin.
Yeah.
You are talking about a system that is over 200 years. They've gone through near coming. At a point in time, they have to go through all these things. You are not getting my point.
Okay.
What I say? They have gone through all these means of establishing this, that. They've reformed it over time. I've said it time and again. If you go to America during Roosevelt time, then you will understand. Say maybe some of us in Africa are better off. America started becoming America during Roosevelt time. So they have reformed the system and have established a working thing for us. Don't compare that to Yanya dear.
Only gender because I know. Kakape says, so I mean, now we are parent, right?
Right.
Definitely, Obano, the future of Obano is more enlightened because of the way right now. With what we are doing right now, they haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Because of they started it with we are better than them or something like that.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is, so America, I am mistakes, 200 years, whatever years they are calling them, and ours is just 63 years. We have to catch up really fast because technology
okay, yeah, but you okay. We have not. You have to understand that fact. Not all Ghanaians have the Ghana card. And I make I say, Kufuor Chartier in 2008, MPP government free. So we had a government from 2008 up to 2016. They didn't do anything 8 years. Now, God being so good, MPP is back into power, and we think say a key significant aspect of identifying Ghanaian. We haven't done it. And we should have. And we have not. We are not doing it. And to such a time, say you do it, we are bro. As a so you have to get that fact. They've established it, it is working for them. Okay, so you go there and they can identify you in the system.
Right.
We don't have it.
So we don't have,
we are putting it in place.
We have a big problem.
Okay, so when we are talking, I don't want us to go into see how do we fix it? And we are fixing it. And I make us say.
So are you fixing it by telling people at the borderline?
No. And none of the isolated kids. And no one. Cabinet.
Because people are say I know in Tokyo
and Tokyo and yet true.
Me videos I met me about
Kevin. Almost send you you were 31,851 polling stations. I want you to tell me how many and bring the polling stations. Why would you go create 1,000? What do you say? What do you find say? We have problems in 1,000 polling stations. Which end do? You are making now 100 grand. So yes, we're going to have skirmishes here and there. We understand that. Your system is not foolproof. And still now, we're going to be dealing with these issues. But as a government, here can say we have done more, and the situation would have been worse than what you are talking about. At least Ghana card here can and in this way, no 60% of the people that registered they use the Ghana card. It's an improvement. So you cannot say you cannot stand on some of their to say it's a system not failing. No. Because anyhow. What they had here near to one, and I make out was I had not seen much.
So, also 60% of the citizens Ghana they use the Ghana card
to register for the voters card.
And then more say if you have the gas, if we have 60% of the people that are they've used the Ghana card to register for a new voters card, why won't then use the voters the Ghana card to be to just do the database like you are saying, because the problem is you don't have the database.
As I'm not working and 1 year, but 1% what you say Ghana card now is the means.
That should be like that though.
No.
Ghana card no.
Okay.
Ghana card not your friend.
Okay.
Black Jesus. Ghana card too. With the numbers on it and things like that now. Where police team here, the police have to know say me file so. But that card now, Ghana card no, you are saying say because we don't have database no, and no crime and yeah Juma. But the same.
Don't put words into my mouth. You are not understanding.
No.
We are establishing Tobo. We are establishing a connection between the Ghana card and
the also Ghana card no. They use that Ghana 60% of the citizens they use the Ghana card to get the voters ID.
Yes.
So why do you have to get voters ID if the Ghana card is the means to get?
And yet the same. We are not getting the point. And if we don't pass this, the Ghana card is there to identify all people in Ghana, whether Ghanaians or foreigners. You gotta get it. Yes. Now what card, is it that all the citizens that have the ID card? No.
But no, you don't have to be. But until that means no. You need a social security, right, to have the ID. To have a valid ID in the United States.
Okay, so another thing to you see, you cannot pick a wholesale and put it here. Say I say no, we are in here.
No. Second, you use social security.
So you gotta get it. Ghana, no. There is what they have or more criteria for the Ghana card, and or more criteria for voters register.
Okay.
They have criteria for driving license. They have criteria for the students and stuff. Or more go school or Ghana, and you are money Ghana for. I mean, you gotta get these things.
Okay.
Diplomats, Emma or Ghana.
But they have Ghana card. I don't think they should have Ghana card.
Why not?
Because they are not Ghanaians. I mean, when you put the name Ghana card,
no.
How do you get Ghana card when you
don't have so don't have it in your mind. They say the Ghana card means for only Ghanaian citizens. The Ghana card is for everybody in Ghana.
Okay.
And all Ghanaians. The Ghana card is for now who acronym? There are tens of thousands and millions of people in Ghana. They are not citizens. They will never be citizens.
So what do you need to have a Ghana card?
You will be standing on something that you think should be there.
Right.
The Ghana card is to identify everybody in Ghana.
Good.
You have to get that One
So
tears.
immediately, because me once say yeah, trying to check a crime, you Ghana now I'm confused.
I had to say I have Illinois.
You cannot come to Illinois and get Illinois driving license. You cannot. There's no way.
Hold on.
Togonia, me back train. Togonia wa Ghana no immediately or better on your Ghana card. Is that what you're saying? So there should be there is some things that you have to bring to get Ghana card.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Like this is. Yeah, can't Ghana card. I'm fan to Illinois driving license. You see, you are mismatching. Driving license is driving license.
No. Hey, Debbie. Driving license is America. Driving license is not just driving license. So driving license identify you because the police doesn't know you when you don't. That's why when you don't have your
driving license is for people that are driving.
Not just that.
But what else?
Okay, it's for people that are driving, but the same numbers. No,
so can you get a driving license if you are not a driver?
Of course, if you are not a driver,
you can get a driving license if you are not a driver.
Yes.
Why?
If you go to school, if you go and you pass and you are not, you get a driving license.
You
but
cannot.
That is your ID.
Okay. Listen, you cannot.
I don't want to talk about the gun.
No. What you see, and I make a chance say you gotta open your mind and you gotta understand this. You can never ever be given a driving license here if you are not a driver and you have not passed the driving license test.
If I'm not driving and I can ride my driving exam and pass, I'll get driving license.
You can drive what?
If I'm not driving, if I don't drive, if I don't have a car, and I can pass my license, I can pass. I'll get a driving license.
Okay.
Are you talking about if you don't know how to drive?
Okay, T. Okay.
If you don't know how to drive, because
if you pass driving, you gotta listen. But it's not true. If you pass, you are given that temporary thing that you pass. And it is not a driving license.
I understand.
You know, sir.
I'm asking you, if you don't know how to drive, it's a different game. But if you know how to drive, and I ride my exam, if I don't have a car, I still can have a driving license.
Yeah, but
car or no car, I can still have. But
together,
let's take the driving license. Let's talk about the state ID. The same information on your driving license.
Misconception. If you cannot, you cannot get a driving license when you have not proved to them say you can drive. And Sunday the amount. I'm not talking about ownership of a car. That's not. You don't need to own a car.
Let me put the number on board, and then when people want to call, they can call.
You don't need to own a car to drive.
Hold on. 773-312-0318. Please, you can call in and ask your questions, comments, or whatever you want. Over to my friend now. Watch our dream. 773-312-0318. Please, WhatsApp call Oli.
So when you person me bisa on say. Say your state ID.
Yes.
And the other nanka, omo capable of driving. They shouldn't put on the state ID. They say essentially a driving license, but they give you another ID.
No. That's what I'm telling you. Say the information that you have on your state ID is the same information on your driving license.
Why do you have two? Why not put it in the one?
Because the reason why you have to is that when you go to driver school, when you want to drive, and you know how, let's say me for instance, let's say I don't have a car, but I know how to drive, I can get driver license. But if you don't know how to drive, because you have to go through process, you have to write the theory part and the practical part. The practical part, because you don't know how to drive, you fail. You will not get the license, right? That is why the state ID comes in. You can use your state ID and things like that too. But it's the same thing. The only difference is that you know how to operate a vehicle, and that's it. That's why you get it.
And for that reason, they have to give you another ID.
For that reason, you know that when you go to when you have state ID and driving license, when you go, they will take the state ID from you.
No.
Oh, you don't know. So go on.
No. I have both.
I have mine. But right now, when you go, I think we have a caller.
It's not true.
Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Calvin. This is Bennett from
Uncle
North
Bennett.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to your guest, but I'm Mr. Guest, what are the requisites for obtaining Ghana card in Ghana? You're saying that everybody in Ghana, regardless
Hold on.
of whether or not you're
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
what are the requirements?
Yeah, Big Bennett, ask your question.
Okay, I'm asking the guest, what are the requirements for obtaining a Ghana card in Ghana? I was listening to him. I think he mentioned the fact that it's for everybody in Ghana, even if you're a non-citizen. So
Right.
I'm asking him, because I don't think the Ghana card is for everybody in Ghana.
That's
so what
true.
are the requirements? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are the requirements for you obtaining Ghana card?
I don't have them off head, but okay.
So
Let me see if I.
because you seem to be saying, my friend, you seem to be saying that the Ghana card is for everybody in Ghana.
Yes.
I lived in Ghana. I don't think that's the case. I
It
don't
was
think the Ghana
written-
government itself has a count of the number of people in Ghana, not to talk of foreigners. So are you saying that the Ghana card, everybody, the Ghana government has a hold on the number of people in Ghana? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think the Ghana card is for everybody. You have to be a Ghanaian to get a Ghana card.
Let me read. Let me read the what I got for you. What is the qualification to be registered for the Ghana card?
Okay.
Yeah, what are the requirements if that's the case?
There are 3 categories of people to be registered for the Ghana card. All Ghanaian citizens by birth.
Or what?
All Ghanaian citizens by birth, distant, right? Or by.
Okay, by birth. Okay, so
by
you have
naturalization.
to prove the fact that you're a Ghanaian. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
If you say all Ghanaians by birth, so to obtain a Ghana card, you have to prove to the authorities that you are a Ghanaian by birth. That's
Right.
number one. What is the next one?
All Ghanaians living abroad, even us here, they are coming to register us. The Ghanaians living abroad. You know that?
Okay.
And then the third one is foreign national, legally or permanently resident in Ghana.
And that's why I have a problem. Whoever
Okay.
told you that the Ghana government has a hold on the foreign nationals in the country? The Ghana government has they don't know the number of foreigners in the country. I don't think there's any count or there's any place that you can establish that fact. The Ghana government is not aware of foreigners in Africa, normally they're not counted. So, unless of course, you're saying that, you can come from somewhere today. There's no requirement. You go in, your birthplace or anything of that sort doesn't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So have you seen the situation where there were I think there was one case, maybe there are more. There was a case of a Chinese with a Ghana card, right? And then
but that shouldn't. That's an exception. That's not. That's an exception to the rule.
Hello, we are okay. So we are giving information that is true. Okay, if I know something to be true, that's what I'm saying. If it is false, we can go and check. We can go and check for it and bring the information. I'm telling you that. Can I finish? If you can let me finish.
Everybody in Ghana has a Ghana.
There was a case. There was a case.
Your host is asking you.
Hold on. Big Bennett, I think he wanted to explain certain things.
Yes. So if you don't, you can decide to take it or not. There was a case of a Chinese that was holding it. Now, when you take that card, right, they have written non-citizen. So people were saying that why were foreigners holding the card? And then the National Identification Authority wrote to tell people that yes, there are non-citizens that need to be identified in the country. So they are all on the database. You are living in Ghana. The Ghana government has to know that you are in the country. Somehow.
Yeah, but
so that is a fact. You can go and find out and come and tell me I'm lying, but that is the situation. Foreigners living in the country, either as permanent residents or students or stuff like that legally, they are all captured on the Ghana card. That is a fact, and that is the true situation. You can find any other document, come and prove me wrong, that would be great. But I'm true. That is a fact.
That's news to me, to be honest with you, because I know that this program is not just for today. Of foreigners who come by air, those coming from by roads and so forth. I don't think the government has a hold on these people.
And if you see a situation, you cannot come and think. You cannot come and read something that is like, for instance, this thing that, because what I'm reading from you is a Q&A on the Ghana card, right? The Q&A on the Ghana card. I Google it, so you can Google it too and say, is it only for Ghanaians or it is also for other people in Ghana? And I am even telling you that not only people in Ghana, but all of us living abroad they are going to come here and register all of us. The National Identification Authority has said that. Yes.
Is it a ROPA?
No, ROPA is also different.
I'm not sure what you're saying, but in any case, all I know is that the Ghana government has no hold on foreigners. There are lots of people in the country who come to the country illegally, so they don't have a hold on these people. So how can you say that?
Anywhere. Illegal citizens are illegal citizens anywhere. We are not talking about those people. We are not talking about like students that are in Ghana. We are talking about like foreign nationals that are working, investors, and all those people. There's a chunk of people in every country that are not citizens. So and those people identify. Okay. And in Ghana, they have the Ghana card. Yeah, go and check your facts and come back.
Okay, Big Man, I want you to stay on the log for me. My question is, what qualifies you to have a Ghana card?
A Ghana card.
With, I mean, now you explain yourself that there is Ghana card that is non-citizens, but you being a citizen, I mean, you make example of a Chinese man. What about somebody who doesn't look like a Chinese man? I mean, Chinese man, we can identify a Chinese man, so we know. So what about somebody from Togo, someone from Ghana?
Oh, yes, if
from Nigeria or something.
So because you guys are not listening to me, that's why we keep asking the same question that have been answered. Yeah. The Ghana card, just as I read here for you.
What qualifies? What things do you bring? Because I'm trying to figure out that the reason why we end up with the Ghana card is because the voters. I don't understand why we are spending money to have a voters card and that would define you or make you a Ghanaian. You understand? So I'm trying to figure. Yeah, I'm trying to figure.
The voters ID card identifies voters. There are more citizens in the country than voters. If you don't get these basic principles, we're going to keep asking questions and we're going to be on the same thing. Voters ID card is only for people that qualify to vote. In a country, there are more people than voters. You have to understand that. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Listen, the point is this: you're trying to say that I understand the fact that voters ID card is meant for people in the country, but you're saying that there are people in Ghana. They could be Nigerians, they could be Togolese, they could be Ivorians, and maybe these people just came by the back door. They are illegal immigrants. They are in the country, and they still can obtain a Ghana card. And I'm saying that I don't know about that.
No.
I mean, if you don't come to the country through the right channel, you cannot get a card for the country.
I have not said that illegal people can obtain. I mean, where does illegal people obtain documentation in any country? Give me one. I've not said that. Don't put words into my mouth. What I'm saying is that, let's say, let me put it another way. Dangote wants to stay in Ghana, but he's a Nigerian, right? So once he leaves and operating a business in Ghana, he will obtain a Ghana card as a means of travel, as a means of doing stuff.
Listen. You can run a business in Ghana and obtain a Ghana card, but you cannot be in the country. You said at first you said Ghana card is meant for everybody in the country. That's what Kevin was asking you. Is it meant for every single person in the country? You said yes. And that's not the case, because we know that there are so many illegal immigrants in the country. So those illegal immigrants cannot get a Ghana card. But you kept saying that it's for everybody. That's why we are asking you.
I added illegal people, that illegal people cannot. If you are illegal, you are illegal. Illegal people don't obtain. But what I wanted to say is that if you have a Togolese in Ghana, a Cote d'Ivoire in Ghana, a South African in Ghana, legally, permanent resident, right?
Yeah, but not all people in Ghana are permanent residents. They are talking of those who are recognized as foreigners living in the country. Those we can establish that fact. But if you keep saying that it's for everybody in Ghana, which is not for everybody in Ghana, it's for people who are recognized, people who are legally in the country. So if you're not legally in the country, you cannot obtain a Ghana card. That's what I'm saying. You can't be an illegal immigrant and go and get a Ghana card.
That I agree with you. And if I made anything to imply that illegal people can obtain it, and no. But I thought you were trying to say that people that are legal, foreigners, residents in Ghana could not obtain. That was what we were going. But I did not say that illegal people can obtain Ghana card. No. If that was what my statement meant, no.
Okay, then that's why I didn't understand what you were saying.
Okay, then I take that one off. So, yeah, illegal people cannot obtain Ghana card.
Okay, Big Ben, do you have any question for this young man? He's actually the MPP. My mind is. Actually, he's the.
Okay. This is good. He can stay on and we chat.
He seems to be an MPP supporter. Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you just one single question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I think everybody, I speak to a lot of people and they tell me that Akufo-Addo has done very well when it comes to the COVID-19 situation in Ghana. He took certain steps in the beginning, which is really helping the country. But the point I'm trying to ask is this. I don't know much about this voters register, but all I know is that the whole exercise itself, when you look at the fact that we are going through a pandemic and the situation in Ghana is really, really bad when it comes to this COVID-19, right. Do you think it was appropriate for him to continue with this voters register? Because there were some folks who felt that there was no need for it, especially when you consider the fact that we are going through this this pandemic. Yeah. And if for that matter, I find it very hard. He's done very well for the country, and at the same time, I would have thought that he should have halted this old voters register, use the old voters register for this election, because this is not an ordinary time. These are extraordinary times in Ghana. So why did he go ahead and ask for the voters register with this new voter registration? Why was he pushing for it, knowing that this could spread the disease and all that stuff? Right. And we see these things in the social media most of the time, the queues and so forth. People are not,
dancing and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the point. That's the question I want to ask him. Could he explain why? Is it because it's the government, or is just that it's something that was very necessary?
All right, Kakape, answer that for us.
Yeah, boss. What's his name again? I like him.
Mr. Bennett Biney.
Looks like the voice sounds familiar, but we'll see. Okay, so in the first place, it is not Akufo-Addo who pushed for it. It is the EC. Sometimes people say that, okay, so the EC and the government are kind of the same, right? It's like you appoint this, it is working in together and stuff like that. So if they want to say that, that is up to them. So the EC came and they gave a lot of reasons. One of them is to change our whole system. It is a system. It is neither the ID card or the list of people whose names are on a sheet. So, we have a database, we have the data, its management, how we delete and go on. The people that are into IT will understand how these things work. So it is a whole system. Now, the challenge we have with the old system was this. The machines that were hosting all these data and stuff like that on the software and stuff on, they came to tell the government that they are destined to end of life. And in IT, when they say something is end of life, you all understand. We can't support you. So you are susceptible to hacking, whatever, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So there was the need for it to change. So some were saying that even though it's end of life, still repair it, just as we have like maybe 1870 automobile or 1970 automobile, and some people are still using it. But if you go and the parts is woman, they can buy and put it in there. So the EC and the government were looking at cost wise, and it will cost more to fix this than to get a new one. So that was one of the reasons that they needed to
But
change.
no one was advocating for a new one, right? Well, what I'm
No,
saying is that
okay.
I can understand this. I can understand why the government felt the need to do it. But at the same time, I would have felt that the fact that we were going through this pandemic and the fact that people weren't adhering to all those social distance rules, and obviously, if everybody goes in for the voters registration, it brings people together, and it could be a way of spreading the disease. So I would have thought that in itself would be good enough for the government to stop it and just use the old one that was used in 2016. After all, 2016 the MPP won. So why would they insist on the new one?
If you listen,
Considering the fact that we're going through this pandemic, that's what I'm saying.
so good. I mean, you have a point there, and that is the argument that was coming from the other side, right? So one of the reasons, and again, is the EC, not the government. I mean, if you want the EC to be the government, then we all.
Oh, but can I say something to you? I've been in Ghana. Obviously, the EC could come out. You cannot tell me that EC it's a completely independent body in itself. If the government in power felt that this wouldn't work because of the situation we have, I think they could have, Akufo-Addo could have come and announced that no, we cannot use that. I mean, everybody will understand it. I don't think the EC is that much independent to come up with something like this.
That is not true. You see, so when it comes to the government, right? You know, we have the legislature, we have all these pieces of them.
You and I grew up in Africa, so we know what happens in Africa. But
there's a difference between you having a way and what the way should be. What they are saying. So it is like, because our system are not robust, where the state agency can call shots. I mean, I understand you from that, but they have also been given the mandate. But we don't want to divert from the key point of why we did the voters register and not this. Now, the second reason was that the SEL, right? There was a company that was managing the old one. Now, the contract was that they were supposed to have updated and trained Ghanaians to man this pending the end of their contract. They didn't do it. To the point where we had, I don't know if you heard, during the last, around when we took over that, there were some of the commissioners who have access to the database and were changing figures and transferring votes that even the EC was not aware of. You know, all these things were happening. So there was a challenge with the old one. Now, the third reason that they gave was the fact that during the district assembly elections, the referendum, that the biometric registration were failing, and that they had to spend a whole lot of money. And that when they look at the number of people that were not able to be verified, it was alarming to the point where you cannot keep quiet and go through the election. You needed to do something. That was why they put up these, some were for, others were against. But I mean, tomorrow or the next 2 days, we ended it. So at this point, we've talked about this. I think we gotta move on, because whether we like it or not, we've registered them, and the rest is history. You don't think so?
But okay, I just take. Let me just take what you just said. But can you understand why people find it very hard to believe? People get very paranoid about the actions of the government, because it's almost like this whole thing is all about Togo. It's all about the Ewe land. It's all about the fact that the MPP administration knows that when it comes to elections, those from most Ewe people would likely vote for the NDC, and so that was a way of trying to because we've had elections in the past over and over again, and we didn't seem to have all these problems. All of a sudden, the focus has been on the on Togo and people coming
it's not.
people crossing the border. In the
It's
first
not.
place, the border itself is already closed. So can you
Banda,
understand why people are very paranoid and people feel like it's just because it's a way of stopping folks from that part of the region not to vote?
no, that's not true.
Can you understand why people feel that way? And
Yes,
this tribal sentiments in Ghana is not something that we want. We don't want a situation where this kind of ugly stuff rears its ugly head again, because that's what people feel. People feel that it's all about preventing people from that part of Ghana to vote, because the government is aware that you know and quite a large population of that area tend to vote for NDC. So I'm just saying that you have to understand why people are a
yeah,
little paranoid about this whole thing, voters register.
yeah. I understand how you feel and how others are surprised. Now, the
Because
tribal,
we all want peace in Ghana. That's the most important thing. Everything I'm saying is all about peace. We don't want a situation
yeah,
where a certain section of the population is, you know,
but it's not true
yeah.
that government is trying to do anything to the Bulgarian. That is not true.
Okay,
That
fair enough.
there is no
All right,
there is
thank
no
you.
there is no evidence to point to that. Now, we've had Voltarians that have expressed issues about what the military deployment and all that is about, and we've also had Voltarians that have expressed sentiment that it is needed, it is necessary, and it is the right thing that the government is doing. That is number one. Number two, the deployment was, the most part, was called for by mostly, people calling on the government that that part of the country had a lot of COVID-19 cases, so government needed to act. That was number one. Number two, all the borders were closed, and it so happened that that part of Ghana is also part of the
Yeah,
closed borderline.
but you
So,
see, okay. The
our
focus,
government,
the focus I mean, when you look at this whole thing, it seems to me the focus is all been on the Ghana has the Ivorian border, we have the Togolese border, we have the upper border, Ouagadougou border, whatever it is. But it seems to me the focus is all on Togo. It's all, I seem to say the others, like the Ghana Ivorian border, they are not deploying so many soldiers there. It's
is
all about this
is
side, and that people feel like, if that's the case, why are you deploying most of the
is
soldiers to these areas?
Banda,
It just raises
Guy,
suspicion.
hold on.
is Banda on the Togo border?
Mr. Bennett and Kakape, please, can you hold on for a second? We're having another call coming in, and I want to merge with Bennett. So, Bennett, hold on for a minute. I'll bring you back in, okay? Please.
Okay.
Okay, Kakape, you can keep talking, because, I mean, that's the question for you. Why is it that there is division in the voter, and people are asking about what is happening?
Division. It is an orchestration to portray that as the situation. That is not true. That's not the only place that military have been deployed, and people are just hating on it for purposes of politics and stuff like that. You see, what I wanted them to say is this: that there is a Rotarian that has been denied access to be on the register, and they haven't. Have you heard anything like that? And as we talking, then now they go and act that and bring it to us. You see, because when you say, this is what the situation is, then you don't just give.
We have two people on the log. I have Boss Linga, who is actually
oh yeah, that's my man
from P.R.O Radio, and we have Mr. Bennett as well. So, Boss Linga, I realized that you wanted to come on to put 1 or 2 cents in there. Go ahead. Hello? Oh, sorry. You see how technology can mess people up. So we have to start using it. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on the show. Join Africa TV. There are a couple of things that I just wanted to say. In regards to your caller on the line, Mr. Bennett,
Yeah.
it looks like he doesn't seem to understand certain things. like Kakape was saying, there's a difference between a Ghana card and then a voters registration card. Even over here, if you can be a non-citizen and then you have a state ID and or maybe a driver's license, but you cannot use that to vote, right? So the same thing. You can be a Ghanaian, you can be a foreigner and have a Ghana card, but you cannot use that to vote. And secondly, people don't understand why we need this to be done. It's the electoral commission. They need this to be done. Not the NPP government. This is not the first time the voters register has been changed. So I don't see why, all of a sudden, every time it gets changed, the government in power becomes the one that becomes victimized. Oh, we want NPP did this, and this is the guy. The reason why all this is happening is because we don't have faith in our institutions. If we do, then this shouldn't be an issue because the Electoral Commission has a right to change the voters' register. So why are they exercising their rights and it becomes a problem? And then he was also talking about why we're doing this when there's a COVID. The country is not on lockdown, right? We all go do our businesses. And this is a major part of it. So why do we have to put it away? If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. We just have to understand that this is some of the things that we need to do in order to put the nation forward. So these are just simple steps that we are trying to take to move Ghana forward. But it looks like due to propaganda and other stuff, people are trying to, just chastise the system and try to bring everything down and try to make everything politics. But it shouldn't be that way. In the end, it's even the Ghanafirst, there's no political party, right? It's the Ghana. So we should always put us in Ghana first and not second. And I want to remember that everything that we are doing is just to develop the nation. Whether NPP or NDC, we are all the same people. So we shouldn't just, come back and forth and there'll be bloodshed and all these things. It's not necessary. All this is not good talk for Ghana.
Okay.
This is just something that I just wanted to say.
Bennett want to say something. Bennett, do you understand what he's saying?
I do to some extent. I guess the reception is a little poor. It's very hard for me to hear what's being said. The reception is. I still hear some background noise. Based upon what I heard, he's just saying that these are stuff that needs to be done, and that's why it's being done. Which I'm not questioning the fact that maybe this needs to be done. But my point is, for instance, I'm here in Chicago. Schools are supposed to reopen, and we all know that why parents want to send their kids to school. We know the importance of education. But in this case, because we have this situation, you have parents, agitating for schools to be virtual, to be online and so forth, because we have a situation where we know that if we undertake this exercise, it can bring about the spread of the disease. So all I'm saying is that when I see stuff on social media, I see folks in Ghana not adhering to all these social distance rules. And especially, and now that you are bringing this whole voters register into play, there's the likelihood that it will end up spreading the disease. So I do understand maybe there's a need to redo this voters register again. But if it's going to be at the cost of lives, then I'd rather halt it and use the old one, and then maybe the next election we may then do the necessary adjustment. But at this point in time, because of the time that we are in a very different time altogether because of how this disease is spreading. And people were advocating for it. And my point is this: Akufo-Addo has done extremely well when it comes to the COVID-19. People, I've spoken to so many people in Ghana, and they all say positive things about the government steps it took during this COVID-19 disease. So I'm saying that I don't see why, after doing all this good work, to end up, still going ahead with this exercise, which could end up, messing this whole COVID-19 situation. Thankfully, we are not dying in Ghana, and I'm so happy. Even though it's so bad here in the States, at least Ghana.
Black Jesus, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so assuming, this is just a hypothetical question. Assuming that come December 7th, right? And the situation.
So it seems like we've lost. Your signal is very bad. Go ahead. I mean, you're.
Yeah, I was just saying. Bottom line is that I'm a Ghanaian, and I'm always praying that everything works out well for that country. I'm here in the States. I know with all the resources we have, people are dying. Thankfully, we are not experiencing the same thing in Ghana. And I'm just saying that, when I speak to people, they seem to be saying good things about the present administration, especially when it comes to the COVID-19. And I saw a lot of good things happening during the early times. And so I was wondering why they were insisting on going ahead with this voters register, knowing very well that this exercise can really end up, spoiling all the good work he did earlier on with the COVID-19. So, these sort of things raises eyebrows. People then become very suspicious because they feel like, why is he doing that? And you see these things on social media every day. When you see people kill, no mask, no nothing. And that's why we are dying. So I'm just saying that when you add that to the fact that they are deploying more people to the Volta region more than any other part of Ghana, people get paranoid. They become suspicious that, is it because the government is trying to do everything to win the election? At the end of the day, 4 years ago, we had the same thing, and it was carried out, and somehow we had a successful election. Your guest seems to be saying that there's a problem with the old right in itself. That's why they're trying to do this one. I'm not sure of that, but I'm just saying that when all is said and done, I'm hoping that this election takes place, and we have a successful election, and everything works out good for all of us.
Right.
So we don't want a situation where LS will feel like they are being, alienated from the rest of the country, and that's what it seems. It seems like it seems to. I mean, that's what this is showing, and that's why I'm saying that. So I don't know.
Your point is well noted, and I believe that the LS feels like that, and the way you feel, that's exactly the way the LS feels. Kakape, right.
Okay, so when government want to roll out anything, policy, program, whatever, people would have divergent views, and we accept that, and we go on forward. Now, if we agree that our election cannot be postponed, and now we should do it, then the EC has to make preparations, right? So in the course of the EC making preparation, that's why we have all these things. Now, if you link it up to COVID-19, yes, so there's going to be a registration exercise. So Bennett, you're telling me that you go to a registration center, you are registering, so you don't care whether you're going to get COVID or not. Government and health workers have given all these rules. So I am going somewhere, like I was traveling to Boston, I got to here, and there was no observation of the protocol. So you go and be part of it. You cannot pay so then you go, no, you have to think, say, you are the one risking your life. The has been there. That is why government was forced to come in subsequently with numbers and line system. No? Up to this number, the number we are trying and stuff like that. And then we did that, and we were able to go to this thing. So it is not just this one. You could also say there was a video that came up of people that went to the beach. I mean, and yet they were not observing social distancing. Human being can be funny at times. Even in Hakura, there were some of the doctors that initially were not even up to now. Some of these health workers don't even believe, even in America, believe it is as dangerous as we think. So yes, not justifying what any unfortunate incident there is. Yes, EC brought out the fact that there is the need for this if we are going to do the elections. We are doing it. Protocols and all these.
Madam, Madam, oh, they will say easy. Yeah. But some say when I before by 2016, no check Mahama nominee na easy before
Bennett,
2016.
Bennett,
Me but say you if you keep telling me that
Bennett,
easy felt the need for it, and
Bennett.
if the easy felt the need for it, and the government feels that considering what we are going through, it wouldn't be appropriate to do it. You think the government cannot overturn
And that was
the
easy.
EC's
Brought out
recommendation?
the fact that there is a need for this. But agreement with the EC, you know, that one pair, no, doesn't mean that should be the position of government. What do I say?
What's he saying?
They say, you cannot say the government position should have been your position. So, sir, then you know, then we decide and move on. And it so happens.
And I mean, say, who feel say, Akufo-Addo ni nkrofo say, even though the EC may be making the suggestion that there's the need to improve on this voters register or whatever it is, if the government, if Akufo-Addo administration feels that in view of the fact that we are going through these horrible times and knowing that this exercise can lead to a huge spread, they would halt it. Do you think it's not in their powers to halt this whole thing? They would be able to stop it. But it seems to me that the government is keenly involved and wants to ensure that this new voters register takes place. And that's why some people get a little suspicious of the government. You know, that's the simple fact. People feel like, why is he doing this? I mean, you won in 2016 with the old one. Why can't we just use the old one and let's kill this time, and then the next election we can do something else. And that's why I'm saying that when I talk to people, a lot of people are very, very paranoid about this present. I say MPP is going to do everything in its power to win, to stay in power. That's what people feel. And I spoke to somebody just this morning. He was telling me that, you know what, this election, no matter what, MPP is going to win because they know that they are the government in power, and they're going to use all the machinery of government to ensure that they come back to power. I don't believe in these things, but sometimes these actions makes people think that way. What you say?
I think I agree with Bennett.
Bennett.
The COVID, with the COVID, I believe the commissioner, whatever the electoral commissioner, whatever that Bennett is saying is the government. They did wrong. They did wrong to Ghanaians for issuing that rule of doing a new voters ID. They did wrong. They have to use the old one. With this pandemic, with this situation that the world is facing, I don't think this is right. I me personally, I don't think it's right.
I mean, school children are supposed to be in school, but what are we seeing in Illinois? And parents are saying, no, we are not taking our kids to school. Everybody knows the essence of education. But when you look at what we are going through, parents are saying, no, we're not going to have the kids go to school. So sometimes, these are some of the things that makes people kind of, worry about the administration. And this is Africa. This is not this part of the world. I don't know. I just hope that they are doing the right thing. And I'm just praying for a free and fair election, and then we can have a new government. That's all I'm praying for.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Obia can have a view on what I think the situation should have. Mind you, sir, government decision is based on expert advice and stuff like that. So, government will not just come out based on I want to win an election and stuff like that. So that is one thing. The decision to support the EC or anything was based on the fact that we can put together a protocol, and we cannot say because of COVID we are not going to do anything. That don't work anyway. We can cut some stuff, but not everything. Now, issue about incumbency. There have been winning of elections in this Ghana, Fourth Republic, MPP, NDC, MPP over incumbent there. I don't think so.
And have no, I say, young Port Republic, Adiana, Yenano, who share from Kufuor 8 years. Na Atamil to buy. Atamil to buy, honestly, did 2 terms. Na friends, unfortunately, he didn't even finish the 2 terms. And Mahama took over in 2012 when he died. And Mahama took over, ended the 4 year for Atamils, and then he won another. So it's almost like I say no matter what, any party that comes to power, he's going to end up with the 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's Africa, the government in power will use the state machinery to win the next election, even though they may not be performing. I don't know.
No.
I hope you understand what I'm saying. It just seems like that,
But more than not just not non-performing. I want us to shift the discussion based on once there's a perception we tend to follow 8 years. But I want us to shift the discussion not to color crime, not to color any personal idea. But how do we couch a system that is working? So we can talk and make sure EC is independent and making decisions. The judiciary is independent and making decisions. Anytime we never necessarily a certain government is manipulating state institutions. It is not always the case. I mean, they try. I know there will be these things in there, but we must, when we get the opportunity like this now, we mustn't feed into it that is the status quo. But even if that is the status quo, how do we change it? Because it's not good. We shouldn't have the government manipulating state institutions. We should have a government that is functioning as a government for Ghanaians and putting in place measures that we are there. So but we must ensure that between up to Minowo to make sure they are two abana, share records and the fact that Ubet be a Ghana minor. And not just merely say about 8 years and say you about 4 years and say you get my point.
Okay, that's media every year my and me pay.
Ghana on a good
Ghana dear.
We are on a good track.
They said they are doing good.
We are good as a country.
Oh, the country is doing good.
Yeah.
Today we don't have the NDC people here. Hopefully next week they will come on board and then they'll rub shoulders with you. Because
Kevin, Kevin and yet NDC MVP Ghana ye. We are
that's why the
title great.
I'm
talking about Ghana. Is Ghanafirst, not MPP or NDC.
Yes, but I know some of the things that you say will rub off back to.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the discussion should be tuned towards making sure that Ghana get good governance. They get good institution systems that work for everybody, not some people. It's very important.
No, that is true. That is true.
Okay.
We've had
Kevin,
thank you for chiming in.
Yeah. All right. Thanks to your guests. Whatever. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. You did good.
All right, Kakape. I think and then your official with the Robbie of Kakape. Until next week, hopefully we will have the full house. Then we'll have some good discussions and things.
I'm not done. I need to finalize.
No, you finalize. And then me for
what box in the bar and I cry what ten this for Abba.
I'm just because the reason why I just want to understand the voters ID. I mean, I know say.
But actually, measure that there's a lot of ID.
That means but we'll see how it goes. But there have been say right now what is happening around our borders now. Well, how do you see it? A problem?
Any problem?
Because to say the waterland like this, Togo for Ghana for barriers, they go in and out and things like that. No,
And the Togo near Bagan and to a Ghana. Is that what you want to say?
I'm not saying that. There's Ghana former or more Togo, Muba Ghana.
Ghana knew what Togo could register. Obianka saw my register.
That's I've seen.
It's not true.
It's not true. It's videos now. What do you call it? General NDC. What do you call it?
General Mosquito.
Mosquito. What is it? I see it.
Okay, I see then. I see. You see, within the constituency, also or party or to go and register for a police station. Now, I say we would police station here with you working this time. So our party or more going. You see, let's be objective here. So let's even say or provide transportation for them to go and register, right?
Right.
It do go through honor. And now the whoever is the agent, MPP, CP,
blocking.
There's a soldier for block you, not they suspect that. Talk to them and explain to them.
Yeah, it's right. The soldiers there.
What's it?
This is a civilian thing.
So
it's right. Are we going war?
Okay. So the whole of Ghana is just an acre of land near Kamwasi. So it will come war. I said the whole region. It is not even a whole region. I'm telling you.
Why soldiers?
The soldiers are on the border.
To do what?
To make sure the foreigners don't come in.
So are you saying that our immigration
we're not in extraordinary times. We are not in ordinary times. You do that when we are in ordinary times. A dream maybe ananka. Your friend is saying the president of America issued a you for National Guard to come on month. What time was it?
No. One issue National Guard on usually for chaos now economy.
Exactly.
But this is not. There's nothing going on.
Okay. What I'm saying. Don't.
Okay. Ufi say with the waterland, there's a problem. They are causing problems.
But you okay? No. Maybe I see a Banda water.
Right now, there's video. No, I'm.
Okay.
Our borders.
Okay. Banda and your water.
But all the borders.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
One, you see, so one tier, I'm paid the factor. Obedi obi propaganda and the lies, so now they are papa. And you see, in communication, a lot of
the borders.
Tobo.
Some borders, there's a problem.
Tobo.
The borders.
You.
Soldiers are called.
Tier. If you don't understand the situation, police officers. Police officers have been interdicted for aiding foreign nationals to come into the country when the borders are closed. How about that? What do you answer to that?
Also, police officers have done what?
Police officers, senior police officers in the police service, they've been interdicted under investigation.
Under which commander in chief? And MPP.
NT me were for Ghana, I'm sure we had to do as Kakape. I mean, as a country, no. You say you can't talk like that, and then we will not even come here talking about these things.
Right.
You delegate people to work for you. You expect said they're going to do as you've told them. If they don't do, you punish them. That's how you build a system. You cannot say, you need me back as a right. When you're putting you punish and then you tune them.
So you punish them and but we haven't seen any punishment. Say police fires.
What I'm telling you, you put somebody there to ensure that this don't happen, and then they go there and it happens.
So you think that the soldiers are the right?
So that is not what I'm saying. It's a one say you are pushing to say soldiers there and you're right.
Yes, I mean, that's what.
But okay, so they've always been there.
Civilians.
What's it?
They are not criminals. You are dealing with civilians, and we have police and immigrations and things like
that.
But
the soldiers are not. They are not just going everywhere and attacking people as if they are war. No, they deal with a particular situation. And the situation number. And they call them actually. This is the situation we have. They have their specific mandate. You will deal with it. I mean, the case is dealt with. We suspect that these are foreigners. Who see they are not foreigners? Okay, you prove and then you go. I mean, and you talk about. Do you know, sir, there was a case of an MPP man challenging an MPP man in the same constituency? Over the day. So you go through the mobile said, Massa, or say, or two of those when you're going kill the form, or not so I feel it. That is not the end in itself. It goes to a committee, and there is not a single case of disenfranchisement. So what are we talking about here?
Well, your system that we are running in Ghana is very bad. Well, the policy, so only Ghana and answer only Ghana card, meaning other person can vouch say who you're Ghana and do.
Other than that, which means again? Exactly. We see, Kevin. You see, if we don't understand the basics,
Black Jesus, remember that.
Yeah, Roya. If we don't understand the basics, we are going to argue on this thing. America, Hano. So what do ID card no to almost click here? A whole lot of things pop up you don't even see on the screen.
Right.
You have to put these things in place. Yeah, birth certificate, way, well, no, what she said is how, baby. We are in the process of fixing all these things. Address system. We don't know. Basa.
Ghana.
What you say? Until we are fixing it. Before we fix it and get to that level where we have to find a way to identify ourselves.
I think I have a caller on the line before we leave. Caller, your name and where you calling?
Oh, sorry.
I think we have about 10 minutes. Caller.
We have 1 minute. And I have another program.
Hello, caller.
Another program, serious.
Okay. So wrap it up for us, and then we'll.
Yeah. So cabinet. Then can say, Ali, Kufuor by no best party wait for us to get the Ghana card. But we don't have it.
Right.
We are citizen by birth. We are citizen by, and yes, I want to walk on our do and account. Who could do a system not identify where we either say a woman, your baby been too panako bow, date of birth, social and a boy and I know put waba. It's no questions asked. We don't have that. Fini yet. And in the meantime, you better wanna bobo say until we get there. So allow. Obi guarantee am obi ye we no. But near person I just want the mammy mama buying sugar na and wa my eye argue. National ID card near yo. 3 days HS, yeah, yo. Ambulance, your health system, your man, you're robust. One district, one factory, a coso. Planting for food and jobs, a coso. So, yeah, bar. Your free IMF employment is ongoing. Youth, we're taking care of the youth. MPP is the best thing that happened to Ghana. But let's check at the other side. Ya titi wanum na say last week was then Kwame na Ahoy. Professor Ahoy. Released a book working with Rollins. Started damning revelations of incompetence. What I say? Of people that come to power and what they do is to have a vicious way of dealing with some people in there, Now what the babies with sharp teeth. Sir, opinion be your person put dinner tem. Near Pankola, someone can deep in yatem. You don't rule a country like that. You don't do that to somebody that gave you a political platform to become who you are. You have to show grace. You have to show, say, why you be a. But you can see, so even in NDC forOkrano, a mobile power. MPP for Bapa, a bit more than them. Because there's that vicious, dangerous category of people in there, we joke, they will deal with you. Recently, they issued a threat to our security agencies. Now, I don't know who chance, some political party in opposition, Waba Bermuda, Waba issue threat to security agencies. So when we come to power, we will deal with you. What is more dangerous? And yet, that is a dangerous statement than coronavirus. What is here? You don't do that. You may not like what state agencies and certain people will do, but what do? You have to find a way of making sure you bring institutional reforms to make it work the way it will be if you are not in power. And you think it has to work for you when you are in power. That's a shame on you as a political party. Therefore, you send babies with sharp teeth, said they should go and threaten our security. Beside incompetence, they are threatening our security. And I'm here on this political platform. I form more for Nana, form more to do more. Don't go and bring anybody that will bring you doom so. Don't go and bring anybody that will bring you. Your friend is saying IMF. What I say? Don't go and bring anybody or beba economic no esiniterase. Go and bring people that are tried and tested. So mobile employment, education, health, industrialization. So key things that develop a country, you're better lifting it up. That is what we need. Now, if you need at the MPP, at this point in our history, and Anani Baumia, into 4 more to do.
Before we move on, Mr. Kakape, if you ask us, nigga, I endorse
they don't have a choice.
Do you think it's a better endorsement or to go against you guys?
The musicians, most of them they've seen. One said, in 20.
If you ask us, nigga.
What's your first one, nigga? Then?
Why?
Oh, yeah, sir. You won't say your logo, your motto, the battle is the Lord's. And in your no, and no didn't want dance here. If you was nigga because a double track and yeah for your mother, they wanted to pay. But what's not here or been who said, so as you can person do would met with the ABB from. I say, that be. A dear way, so me met me to your crowd. How about to be a one to meet you? And that is the key reason for the free SH is not for people who can pay. It is for people who will not pay. Now, your system, because you have found you maybe to again. Oh, I need to went here. We see here in the best I bet you. So then,
time no, I come at 1 minute, but another program is of course.
Yeah, they've seen the goodness. What fear, ya Joe? Oh, who know? Not flower now for one and money more. Now they should stop the other, Moyan. Who says, yeah, you will be chase, you will be husband. Husband, me,
all them person call.
No. I
have no
yes, we are near to identify. But when you fear, I say, Yajiatum, why are there? More in other areas and so. I'm people for you, far more to do more.
So it's a form for Nana.
Yeah, far more for Nana.
My last word, then I'll let you go, please.
Yeah, therefore, this is a new political show that has come to stay.
That's right.
Yeah, we want to come here and we want to talk about facts and we want to talk about the issues. We don't claim to know it all. We are not saying it's a nyansa we no, not at all. But as much as possible, we'll come here and we're going to give you the facts. We're going to give you the statistics, and it's true. Other than that, let us make this this forum, this platform, one of the best in the world, and trust Royal Jesus to come in with the firepower. This is Kakape. I'm always going to come on here and make sure that we give you nothing but the best. That I must say. I mean,
and then your first time. This is the first time we premiere the political show on China Africa TV. Muhammad who said to two Papa, so being the host now. It wasn't ready. We just say we gotta do it. We've wasted so much time, and hopefully next week it's gonna be better than this, because we're gonna have panels that will be on board, that will rub shoulders. I'll throw in the questions, I'll throw in the issues, and then they will digest it, and then it's all about Ghana first. We are moving Ghana forward. So next week same time 11:30, We haven't really cement the time yet, but we are trying to see if we can get 11:30 to 12 o'clock, and then you will do the show so that people from Ghana, our people in Ghana, will tap in as well and see what and hear what is going on, or follow us and like us. I mean, this is Trend Africa TV. My name is Royal Black Jesus, aka RBJ. This is the Ghanafirst political show on Trend Africa TV. Every Thursday, we'll bring you a political show or political issues and what is going on in Ghana. Hey, stay tuned. Same time next week. Like our page, follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's make Ghana a better place. Bye-bye for now.
Ghana boy. No. She rank on you pay myself. Ghana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you dummy. Oh. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. What do you feel when you're time for way? I can't walk on, Nankamiko. What do you feel when you're time for way? I can't walk on, Nankamiko. It's to me, down. Send me your button team. What to tell me to down? Send me your button team. Oh, Miss was do not me, she don't know. But I'm fitting in any whoa. Tell me, don't come and meet your mouth. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Yeah. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Oh. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Yeah. She rank on, you pay myself. Thank Ghana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you dummy, oh. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. What do you feel when you're time for way? I can't walk on. What do you feel when you're time for way? I can't walk on, Nankamiko. It's to me, down. Send me your button team. What to tell me to down? Me send me your button team. Me say was me chose doing a me, she don't know. But I'm fitting me, and you whoa. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Yeah. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Oh. Me don't come and meet your mouth. Yeah. She rank on, you pay myself. Thank Ghana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you dummy. Oh. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up.
To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.